Hi guys, it's Marvy. Welcome back to Marvellous Style. And just as I promised, I was going to come back and do another Louis Vuitton unboxing. These items came as a result of a meetup that I had with some ladies downtown Chicago this past weekend. I think it's a thing now where we're getting together like quarterly and we meet in the city of Chicago and we just have one full out day of shopping and having fun, and we're into all the different shops. This trip was no exception to how we've been doing it, except we maybe hit up a couple of new stores this time, where we started out in Prada and Burberry. We added that to the trip this time. It's just a group of ladies that I have met through the years through YouTube and Instagram, and we're all lovers of luxury items and just looking at them, touching them, seeing them in real life. I know for me and a couple of other ladies, we don't have those type of stores where we live, so a lot of times it's not until I get to go there that I actually get to put my hands on some of the things that I see. So I always enjoy doing that with these ladies, and they always know how to have a good time, and it's just a good time of fun, laughter. We just get along so well, and I don't care if a new person is added to the group. They just fall right into, you know, the line, because we just, I mean, we're all just getting along so well that I wouldn't trade it for anything. Well, like I said, this past weekend we met up and I found, or I was able to get a couple things that I had been wanting for a while. And they are in this bag. It's bigger than my head. And I'll just jump in and show them to you. I'm not going to drag this out. The first item that I picked up, this item came as a result, I believe, of I couldn't find anything else that I wanted that was in stock. A lot of different things that I picked out, I wanted them, they were not in stock, and they were offered to order it for me, but I didn't want that. I wanted to walk out of that store with this little item, with an item in my hand. I hate ordering things. I want to have instant gratification. Well, I started looking around Louis Vuitton, and I've always wanted a belt from Louis Vuitton, and I always get sidetracked with other things. And since those other things were not available, I went ahead and just kind of headed back towards the belts. And I was able to pick out a belt that I really liked. And if I'm not mistaken, this belt is fairly new to the collection, and it is a men's belt because I was the most drawn to that belt. So I decided to get it. And before I take it out, it comes in the Louis Vuitton box. It's a pull drawstring box drawer, and Louis Vuitton written on the front of the box, Louis Vuitton on the ribbon. Pull it out. There's a little dust bag inside. The little drawstring bag with Louis Vuitton on the front of it. Inside of it, it says Louis Vuitton coated fabric cowhide leather lining. I don't know, this glare may be bouncing and blowing that out. So that's what's inside there. The bag holds the item, which is, you guys can see that. It's like, this is a men's damier graphite? Is it graphite? Cobalt. Damier cobalt. And you know, navy blue is my favorite color. And so I thought this was just the most interesting belt. And it has the silver hardware on it, which a lot of my belts have gold hardware on them. And I think this is a combination of either dark blue, navy blue, in a lighter cobalt blue, or this is a black and blue. It's not easy for me to tell, but it has the Louis Vuitton silver buckle on the front. And I just fell in love when I saw it, and especially since they had it in my size, I decided to just go ahead with it and make it happen. I have a couple of Gucci belts so far, and there's at least one other one that I want, possibly two. But since I don't have any Louis Vuitton belts, I thought I would add one to my collection, and this is the one that I got. Isn't that cool? You can wear this with so many things, with black, with blue, with white. And I wear a lot of blue because blue is my favorite color. I thought this was very nice and very different than the regular Damier Ben or the Damier Azur. So I'm quite excited to have it. I haven't taken the little sticker off yet. I don't think I'm gonna take it off just yet. Okay, second item. There's a little bit of a story behind this one. I've been trying to get this item for over a year. Definitely over a year, probably a year and a half. I've been trying to get this item. And like I said, I don't have a Louis Vuitton near me, and you just about have to either know somebody or constantly go in the store to be able to get it. But every time I would go in and ask about it, nope, we don't have any, we can put you on a list, or nope, we don't have any, and don't even offer to put me on the list. Well, this particular day I had actually asked someone to contact their sales associate where I was going to go to see if maybe they had an inside connection. And when I got there, I talked to our sales associate that we were working with, and because it was a party, I mean, they were expecting us. They kind of pulled out the stops for us. And the guy, he said, no, I don't have any. And everybody was buying something, and I was a little discouraged by, you know, them not having anything in my off my list that I wanted to look at or get. So I found the belt, got the belt, and he went back, which I thought he was going to go back and just, you know, wrap up my package and put it in a bag and bring it back out to me. Well, he came back out, tapped me on the shoulder, and handed me this item and said, since you've been so patient, and I went ahead and asked someone who had this on hold, and if the person has come and picked it up. They said no, and I'm going to sell it to you. So I had a couple of ladies standing there with me, and they were just as excited for me as I was excited for myself to get it. So without any further ado, it came in this box. It had ribbon around it, but the ribbon is inside because I couldn't wait to open it up and show Michael and look at it and put some of my stuff inside of it and all that. So I'm gonna open up the box, and inside is the ribbon, of course, and I'll move this out of the way. The dust bag. This is the dust bag for the Louis Vuitton Toiletry 26. I got it. He was so sweet to actually pull a rabbit out of his hat to get me this pouch, because if you guys, you know, who go in there regularly know it's really, really hard to get your hands on this. And it just happened to work out in my favor that the person who had it on hold had not come and picked it up, and that he was willing to ask the person who was holding it if he'd be willing to let it go, and so he could sell it to me. So I am so, so, so appreciative. I'm going to put this guy's card at the end of this video. I'm just going to take a picture of his card at Louis Vuitton, Michigan Avenue. He is fabulous. He took care of every single one of us ladies, took the time out to show us everything that we wanted to see. He was so patient and just a peaceful person that was so easy to work with. So the infamous Louis Vuitton 2226, you guys have all seen this before. It is in the monogram print, one continuous piece of fabric. This is the upside and this is the back side, or the front and the back. And this says Louis Vuitton Paris, made in France. You probably will not be able to see that at all, but trust me, it says Louis Vuitton Paris, made in France. There's no glazing on this item, so that was another reason why I wanted this, because I didn't want to have to worry about any glazing. But if you open it up, and I plan on wearing this as a clutch and not a toiletry item. Inside, brand new, this man-made, I think this is a man-made lining. Coated fabric, cowhide leather trim, man-made lining. It's easy to wipe out if you were to carry cosmetics inside and something were to spill. It'd be easy to wipe it up. But like I said, I'm not going to carry this as a cosmetic holder. I'm going to carry this as a handheld clutch when I want to, Michael and I go get coffee or just running out and about. And a lot of days I don't carry a purse to work. I have a tote bag from, I picked up at Nordstrom anniversary sale, I think last year. Who is it by? Who is that tote by? I have a long shop tote that I'll kind of interchange them in between them, but I take like a small bag and then I stick that off in there. Madewell, it's a Madewell tote. So I think that this would be perfect for me just to stick down off in my tote to carry to work when I don't need a purse. And it's big enough that I could carry a wallet, my key fob, my work ID. I kept that actually in the Madewell bag, and anything else that I might want to carry, whether it's a full-size wallet, it definitely fits my Intellect wallet inside of it, and or a smaller wallet like my Gucci card case. So fits all of that. And so I think this would be the perfect grab and go item that I could use. And I am so, so, so happy to get it. So thank you so much, Anir, for working this out for me so that I could get it. The dust bag still had the SKU number on the back. Anytime you get on the Louis Vuitton website, it always says call for availability or sold out. So I've done both of those things, called and talked to them, and they tell me, you know, there's some somewhere else, you know, and I like to be able to see it. I wanted to actually inspect it before I got it. So I looked it over and I had my friend girls to look it over and we approved. That's it. Those are my two items that I picked up last weekend as a part of my shopping trip downtown Chicago. At the end, I'm going to put like a collage of pictures of the day so you guys could just kind of see. Maybe you'll see some familiar faces. I believe that you will. And just see what we enjoyed the day. The weather was not the greatest, but we definitely made the most of it. We were able to spend the night in the 14th floor penthouse of someone that PURSEDIVA knows. And they were so, so gracious to allow us to stay there for the weekend. And we just had the best time. This one probably was by far the coolest one. And even though the weather was the worst, we just had such a good time. So I'm sure I'm speaking for all the ladies who attended. Everybody had a great time and we're already planning our next one. So if you guys like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you have any questions for me, let me know. Otherwise, I'm going to get out of here and I will see you later. Bye.